What's up, YouTube? Ryan back today with the Week 15 minor league recap. Let's do it. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Another fantastic week in the minor leagues. A lot of really great performances out of top prospects. I'm convinced pitchers can't pitch because these offensive performances have been unbelievable. I went through like another 60 people this week because they all did something good that triggered me checking their stats for the whole week. So super excited to get into it this week. Again, we're going to jump into it pretty quick just because, you know, this could be a long one. So if you guys like these minor league recaps, want me to keep making them, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel as always, as we've been doing every single week. If I forgot somebody that you did notice had an awesome week, put their name and stat line in the comments below. So both myself and whoever's watching this video can just scroll down and check out a couple more guys that balled out this week. So let's do it. We're jumping straight into rookie ball. All right, jumping into rookie ball, and I'm still getting the hang on tracking these rookie leagues. It's pretty difficult. Not as much coverage, obviously. First one up this week, Coleman Montgomery is the 22nd overall pick in the 2021 draft. This week over 5 games, slashed a .313 batting average, 421 on base percentage, 796 OPS. Only one extra base hit out of his 5 hits, so that's why he's got that low slugging percentage, low OPS. But he walked twice, he got hit once even. And this was Coleman's first full week in the minors, so good to see a solid performance out of him. You know, getting on base for free, 5 hits in 5 games, which is nice. This is someone I put in my top 10 for my favorite draft picks in the first round. So happy to see him do well in his first week. Next up, Owen Cuevas, second rounder in the 2020 draft for the San Diego Padres. This guy's been killing it all year, but another solid week this week over 4 games, 357 batting average, 526 on base percentage, 955 OPS. Again, not a lot of extra base hits, just 1 out of the 5 hits, so low slugging. But he did manage to walk 4 times this week, got beaned once. So that's why he had a 526 on base percentage and really solid week. Next up, Clayton Kershaw, the 5th overall pick in the 2021 draft from the Baltimore Orioles. He has looked fantastic since making his pro debut back on August 2nd. This week, over 4 games, 385 batting average, 467 on base percentage, 1,000 OPS. No home runs again. Not a lot of power this week in the rookie ball, but he did have 2 doubles, 5 hits in 4 games, walked twice on top of that, even stole 2 bases. So Clayton Kershaw, he looks really solid. He's having a really awesome start to his pro career. And my MVP this week in rookie ball is Kevin Alcantara. He was a part of the Anthony Rizzo trade. He was on the Yankees. Now he's on the Cubs. He's in the rookie ball system. Absolutely destroys this baseball. Alcantara is definitely a prospect that has a good amount of hype on him. He's a big kid, 6'6", 188. And he didn't even look like that goofy of a 6'6", which is awesome because that's honestly the first video I've seen of him recently. So that was good to see. Over 3 games this week since moving over to the Cubs rookie ball system. 333 batting average, 385 on base percentage, 1,000 slugging percentage, 1385 OPS. He had 2 home runs. He had a triple. He had 4 hits in 3 games. He walked once on top of that. He did strike out 6 times in 3 games. So definitely something to watch. But hey, he wins MVP this week for me in rookie ball. Moving on to low A baseball, we're jumping straight into it this week because we don't have time for transitions. Jose Acuna or Luis Angel Acuna or Baby Acuna, whichever one you want to go with. Over 7 games this week, 323 batting average, 344 on base percentage, 828 OPS. He had a home run, 2 doubles, 10 hits in 7 games. He had 8 RBIs on top of that. He walked once. Stole 4 bases too, which I think is 4 bases in 1 week is great. This is Ronald Acuna's younger brother. If you're wondering, if you're new to the channel, not aware, he is Ronald Acuna's younger brother. Next player up, Aaron Sabato. This is someone that people are very excited about power-wise. Someone that has just an absurd amount of power, big dude. Crushes his homer to center field. Aaron Sabato has been disappointing so far, I would say, as far as hitting ability. His power has come along this week, definitely his best week so far. Over 5 games, 250 batting average. So still struggling a little bit on that side of things. He's hitting like 190 this season, but he does have a 365 on base percentage. So he is getting on base at a high rate. 350 on base percentage, not terrible. 900 slugging though, and 1248 OPS, and that's why he's on this video. He had 4 home runs this week. He had a double, 5 hits in 5 games. He walked twice. He got hit once. Like, the dude gets on base. I'll give him that. Like, his on base percentage is like 175 points above his batting average this season. So the dude does get on base if he can figure out the whole hitting situation to be more consistent and barreling up baseballs because he strikes out a ton. Can be a good player, but solid week. Definitely deserving with those 4 moonshots. Next player up, Austin Hendrick. I think this is the second time he's been on the recaps. This is the 12th overall pick from the 2020 draft. And this is someone that has just an absurd amount of power that just hasn't really found it in game yet. But this week, super solid. This might be his best week so far. Over 6 games, 350 batting average, 435 on base percentage, 650 slugging percentage, almost 1100 OPS. He had a home run. He had 3 doubles, 7 hits in 6 games. He walked 3 times, which I like. I would like to see that higher, but it's good to see because he wasn't really walking at all before this. Perez has been on another level lately. Absolute bomb here. Perez has stolen the show in San Jose. Him and Luis Matos are the 2 big names there now, and he has been awesome all year. He's hitting like 370. Another good week for him. Over 6 games, 429 batting average, 462 on base percentage, 857 slugging percentage, 1319 OPS, 2 home runs, 3 doubles, 9 hits in 6 games. He walked once. He got beaned twice. Everyone gets beaned these days in the minor leagues, but it's free bases, and that's why his on-base percentage is 462. But Jairo, I expect him to get brought up very soon. He obviously does not belong there anymore. He's hitting 370. I'm not sure why they're keeping him there anymore. It's starting to bug me. But an awesome week, and you would think he'd be MVP, but he's not. My low A MVP this week, Nick York, first rounder from the 2020 draft for the Boston Red Sox. Shoots it over that gigantic wall in left center. So Nick York, 17th overall pick in the 2020 draft, someone the Red Sox were very high on. Big kid, 6 foot, 200. He's starting to find his power. He only has 7 home runs this year, hit 3 of them this week. Over 6 games, 450 batting average, 577 on base percentage, 950 slugging, 1527 OPS. Those 3 home runs, he had a double. He had 9 hits in 6 games. He walked 6 times in 6 games on top of that, one of them being intentional. Just did a little bit of everything this week. Still trying to figure out the stolen bases thing. Stole 1, got thrown out twice. But other than that, definitely deserves MVP honors. Absolutely raked. And really good to see from Nick York. He's going to start making a name for himself if he can start showing that power more often. He has over a 400 on base percentage this year, so he's been awesome. Jumping on the high A now, Matt McLean, and I'm a little salty about Matt McLean because the D-backs drafted him 25th overall in 2018. Couldn't come to a deal with him, which was sad. He was drafted 17th overall this year, so he did technically raise his draft stock a little bit when he went to UCLA. But this week, solid week, over 3 games, 385 batting average, 385 on base percentage, so no free bases. 1154 OPS. He did hit his first professional home run, 2 doubles, 5 hits in 3 games, 5 RBIs on top of that. Only struck out once, 2 in 3 games, so not bad at all. So Matt McLean, solid first pro week. Next up, Yoelqui Cespedes, baby Cespedes. He is Jonas's little brother, 5'9", 205, so not the biggest guy in the world, 23 years old. So he's definitely older for high A, but he had a good week. 286 batting average, 474 on base percentage, 1117 OPS. He had a home run, 2 doubles, 4 hits in 5 games. He walked 5 times. So that's awesome. And he stole a base. Really great week for Cespedes. I can't get Anthony Volpe off these videos. He continues to rake in 2021. Anthony Volpe, over 5 games this week, 316 batting average, 458 on base percentage, 1090 OPS. 2 home runs, 6 hits in 5 games. He walked 5 more times. He walks a ton, and he stole 3 bases. Anthony Volpe is legitimate now. Like, no doubt about it. He is legitimate this year. He has been fantastic in low A and now fantastic in high A. He's a legitimate prospect. Definitely deserving that first-round pick from the Yankees. He looks good. Next up, one of my favorite young prospects, Andy Pages. I think it's pronounced Paez. I think. I'm not great at pronunciations, and I'm sorry. Someone in Cuba, tell me how it's pronounced in the comments below. Anyways, over 6 games this week, 353 batting average, 577 on base percentage, 647 slugging percentage, 1224 OPS. He had 1 home run, 2 doubles, 6 hits in 6 games. He walked 8 times in 6 games. He got hit once. Love it. 9 free bases in 6 games. This is what he needed because he was not doing that at the beginning of the season. And now that he's got more comfortable at high A, just completely dominating, like straight up. I would love to see him in double A very soon. Everson Pereira is another player I can't get off these recaps. These Yankee prospects are raking right now. Anthony Volpe and Everson Pereira, they've been unstoppable. Pereira over 6 games this week, 364 batting average, 500 on base percentage, 909 slugging percentage, 1409 OPS. He had 4 home runs on top of that, 8 hits in 6 games. He walked 6 times on top of that. So between hitting 4 home runs and walking 6 times this week, like that's unbelievable. He even stole 2 bases. Like this dude is on another level right now. He's definitely on like a fast track to MLB in my opinion, just with how absolutely dominant he's been this year. You would think Pereira would have been MVP, but nope. And it's not even this guy. We still have one more player to talk about. Freudis Nova this week. He is the number 4 overall prospect for the Astros. Used to be number 2, fell down a little bit this past year. This is the first time he's been on the recaps. He's been a little slow this year in high A, but this week he was not at all. 500 batting average, 583 on base percentage, 900 slugging, 1483 OPS. He had a home run, he had a double, he had 5 hits in 4 games. He walked twice on top of that. Great to finally see him do well, because this is someone I actually think is a good player and could be a part of the Astros' future. And my MVP this week in high A, Nick Gonzalez had his first career multi-home run professional baseball game. It was awesome. Nick Gonzalez this week did what I thought Nick Gonzalez would have done all year. Finally having a massive week. Over 5 games this week, 524 batting average, 583 on base percentage, 1583 OPS. He had 2 home runs, he had a triple, he had 2 doubles, he had 11 hits in 5 games, he had 3 walks on top of that, 1 being intentional. Just an incredible week for Nick Gonzalez. And like I said, this is someone that after that 2020 draft, I thought was going to absolutely dominate. He had been dealing with a couple injuries this year, so that's probably what's been holding him back a little bit. But at 1,000% health apparently this week, absolutely dominated. Definitely deserves MVP. Jumping straight into Double-A this week, Justin Foscue, first full week in Double-A, still dominating. Justin Foscue this week, over 6 games, 4 of them being in Double-A, 333 batting average, 440 on base percentage, so he's still just getting on base at a crazy rate this year. 964 OPS, he had a home run, he had a double, he had 7 hits in 6 games. He walked 4 times on top of that in 6 games. He's been super solid. Just getting on base and hitting for power is what he's been best at this year, and he continues to do that at Double-A. Next up, Brennan Davis, Cubs top hitting prospect, 368 batting average, 455 on base percentage, 981 OPS. No home runs this week, but he had 3 doubles. He had 7 hits in 5 games. He walked twice on top of that, got beaned once. That 455 on base percentage can't go unlooked. Fantastic week for Brennan Davis, even when he's not hitting for power. JJ Bliday is starting to play more consistent. He is absolutely torches this home run to right field. He's heating up. He's heating up at Double-A. JJ Bliday, former 4th overall pick, has definitely not been the best so far at the pro level. I think his batting average is still close to like 200, but a good week this week, had a good week last week too. Over 6 games this week, 263 batting average, 423 on base percentage, so get on base a lot, 1160 OPS, love that. 2 home runs, he had a triple, he had a double, he had 5 hits in 6 games, walked 6 times in 6 games. He did a little bit of everything this week, and yes, I would love to see his batting average number still be higher, because that's definitely his biggest barrier this season, but he's picking it up. He's picking it up. Good week. Miguel Vargas crushes this baseball. Absolute moonshot. Miguel Vargas has been so good this year. Absolutely phenomenal performance this week. Miguel Vargas this week, he's just been the definition of consistent this year. Over high A and Double-A this year, he's been awesome. Over 6 games this week, 360 batting average, 385 on base percentage, 1145 OPS, 3 home runs, 9 hits in 6 games. He had a double on top of that. He walked once. He stole a base. He's just probably been one of the most consistent players this entire year. He's been on multiple recaps. Another good week. Forks up, baby. Spencer Torkelson had the best one-day performance we've seen all year. Spencer Torkelson went 7 for 7 with 3 home runs over a doubleheader this week. Unbelievable. Fantastic. Best one-day performance we've definitely seen this season. And he's heating up. He raised his batting average, I think it was like almost 30 points in that doubleheader. It was ridiculous. But anyways, over 6 games this week, 423 batting average, 423 on base percentage, which is odd. Never see him not walk in a week. That's crazy. 962 slugging percentage, 1385 OPS. He had 4 home runs, 3 of them coming in that doubleheader, 2 doubles, 11 hits in 6 games, 9 RBIs. Honestly, I love walks so much, but with Spencer Torkelson, that hasn't been his issue. His issue's been hitting. So as much as I hate seeing him not walk at all in a week, I love seeing him hit 423. So, awesome week. I think Shea Langelier's home run there classifies as a laser beam. What? That was destroyed. Shea Langelier's talked about in my top 50 prospects this week. He's one of the best defensive catchers you're going to see in the minor leagues. He just is. He might be the best. Over 4 games this week, 462 batting average, 563 on base percentage, 1486 OPS. He had 2 home runs. He had 6 hits in 4 games. He walked 3 times on top of that. Shea Langelier is going to give you great defense and hit you a bunch of home runs every year. He's looking like a really solid prospect. I would say this is the most encouraging home run I've seen Alec Thomas ever hit. He never goes opposite field, I feel like, with his home runs. They're always pulled right down the line. amazing to see him be able to go oppo. Alec Thomas had a great week this week. Over 4 games, 500 batting average, 579 on base percentage, 1,000 slugging percentage, 1,579 OPS. He had 2 home runs. He had 2 doubles, 8 hits in 4 games, 8 RBIs on top of that. He walked twice. He got beaned once. Almost a 600 on base percentage, and he's not our MVP. People have been hating on my boy Riley Green, and I don't know why. Absolutely crushes this ball to center field. He shut every single hater up this week. Riley Green had one of the best double-A performances we've seen over a week this entire year. Over 6 games this week, 480 batting average, 536 on base percentage, 1,200 slugging percentage, 1,736 OPS. He had 5 home runs, 3 doubles, 12 hits in 6 games. On top of that, he had 15 RBIs in 6 games and 3 walks on top of that. Definitely the MVP of the week in Double-A. Fantastic to see it. When Riley Green is hot, he is one of the best hitters in all of the minor leagues. Showed it this week. Let's round it out with AAA. Luis Campusano, really good week. Over 5 games this week, 313 batting average, 450 on base percentage, 950 OPS. He had a home run. He had 5 hits in 5 games. He walked 3 times on top of that. Got beaned once. Just a solid week for Campusano. A lot of people really high on him, so had to include him on the video. Next up, Nolan Gorman. Dude's getting comfortable at AAA. Over 5 games this week, 381 batting average, 435 on base percentage, 524 slugging percentage, 959 OPS. No home runs this week, but he had a triple, he had a double, he had 8 hits in 5 games, he had a walk, he got beaned once. Everyone's getting beaned, and I feel like I need to stop talking about it, but free bases are free bases. Adley Rutman, first week at AAA this week. Adley Rutman finally got brought up to AAA. I was hoping he didn't even have to go to AAA. I was hoping he was going to go straight to the MLB, but first full week in AAA this week, over 5 games, 400 batting average, 429 on base percentage, 929 OPS. He had no home runs, but he had 2 doubles. He had 8 hits in 5 games. He walked once. He stole a base. Don't expect that much. But a really awesome first week in AAA. Again, another player that usually walks more, but hey, can't get mad when someone hits 400. Jose Barrera is becoming just a legitimate star at AAA. The Reds have such a promising young talent in Jose Barrera. He looks awesome. Jose Barrera this week just keeps getting better, honestly. Over 5 games, 333 batting average, 417 on base percentage, 857 slugging percentage, which is absurd for him. 1274 OPS. He had 3 home runs, 2 doubles, 7 hits in 5 games. He walked 3 times on top of that, stole a base. He is legitimately maybe the best shortstop at AAA right now, especially for his age. He's still young, only 23 years young. I don't know how much longer the Reds are going to keep him in AAA. I just don't know why he's still there with how well he's done the entire season. I'm definitely expecting to see him at the end of the year for sure. This home run from Lewin Diaz was majestic. There's home runs, and then there are elite, beautiful home runs, and this is one of them. Lewin Diaz this week, over 7 games, 500 batting average, 583 on base percentage, 1483 OPS, 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 10 hits in 7 games. He had 5 RBIs. He had 3 walks. He got beaned once. But nah, just an awesome week from Lewin Diaz. He's not our MVP, though. Our AAA MVP goes to Christian Pache. He needed this week, and that home run was demolished. Pache this week, over 7 games, 429 batting average, 500 on base percentage, 1,000 slugging percentage, 1,500 OPS. Literally put him at MVP over Diaz because he had a higher OPS. That is why I put him at MVP. He also had 3 home runs this week, 3 doubles, 9 hits in 7 games. He had 8 RBIs, 3 walks. He stole a base. Did a little bit of everything this week for Pache, and he needed it. This is someone that I think everyone has criticized for his offensive performance this year. He's starting to heat up. He's starting to look really good. So we're going to see if he can continue on that path and keep on hitting. We'll see. But that's going to round out our Week 15 recap, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. As always, if I forgot anybody, name and stat line for the week down in the comments below. So both I and whoever's watching this video, can just scroll down. See who did well. So that's going to do it for this week's recap. Again, thank you for watching, and you have a great week. Have a great day. See ya.